Are you done letting other people have power over your life, or circumstances and things that happen to you, or the devil having so much power in your life? Are you finished with that yet? Today in this video, I want to help you guys learn how to take your power back and stop letting things that happen in the past, or even things that are happening now, have so much power over your life. First things first is you have to be able to identify the victim mindset, because believe it or not, if you are blaming circumstances on another person, like, well, if my wife didn't do this, or my kids didn't do this, or my husband didn't do this, or they didn't do this, then you have a victim mindset, because you're basing everything in your life on other people instead of looking inwardly towards yourself. When your happiness and your life all depends on other people's actions, then you have a victim mindset, and it's time to break that chain. Believe it or not, and this took me a very long time to understand, you can, in fact, control how you feel and control how you react to things, even if they're not in your favor, okay? Because you're always gonna have people that do some crazy crap in your life, and you can't let them have the power over it. You can't let what they do and what they say dictate how you go on about your day or your week or your life. Like, stop giving people so much power. They don't deserve all of that. And listen, guys, I'm gonna get very vulnerable on this channel, and this is a reason why I flag my videos as not for children, okay? So if sexual abuse and any of that stuff wigs you out, I totally get it, but hop off this channel, because it's not the place for you to be. I was sexually abused as a child, and for so long, for years after the abusement, I'm not saying that it didn't happen and that it didn't hurt and that it didn't do things to me, but I let that person have so much power over my life, and I refuse to do that anymore, okay? They no longer have power over my life. Your ex, your boss, your childhood trauma, the traumatic things that have happened to you, they don't have to rule over your life. They don't have to have authority in your life at all. The only way these things and these people can control your life is if you let it happen. Here's the thing. The devil is always whispering lies. He's always whispering lies. Lies of condemnation, okay? He's going to shame you for things in your life, even things that you can't control. He's going to shame you for everything. But that's not God. So you need to choose whether or not you're going to believe lies or you're going to believe truth. Stop letting the devil win. Stop giving away your power to him. He doesn't deserve it. He's already lost. You can already look at the fact that he's already lost, and you can move on with that. Like, he doesn't even have the power he thinks, okay? And that's one thing that you need to realize, is the devil can whisper all the things he wants into your ears. He can tell you all these crazy things in your mind, but that's all he can do, okay? He can't actually force you to do anything. He can plant things in you, he can whisper things to you, but he can't actually do anything to you. So there's no power there. All he has is words that he can place in you, and you can choose whether to believe them or not. And here's another thing. You need to forgive, and you need to go forward with it. I get that we have all been through some pretty crazy crap, and I mentioned my childhood abuse story earlier, and I could choose to just hate that person for the rest of my life and blame everything in my life that's gone wrong on them. I could do that, genuinely, and there would be people that would feel bad for me. But I am not going to let one thing define the rest of my life. Why do you think that you get power over my life? You don't get any power over my life. I have the power over my life. I have the power over what I do. I have free will, and so do you. I forgive myself. I forgive others. God forgives me, and so now I can move forward and I can act on that. And I know that forgiveness is not the easiest thing to do, and I've posted videos completely dedicated to forgiving, because it's not easy. But realize that you're not just doing that for another person. You're not just doing it for them. And while that's needed, you're also doing it for you, so you can move forward and go do better things with your life. So forgive them. Forgive those experiences. Forgive the things that happen to you, so you can go forward and know that if you have been transformed in your own heart, especially if you're a believer on here and you've encountered God, know that if God can change things in your heart, because God has changed things that were very hard in my heart, okay? I was not always a loving person. In fact, I had so much hate in my heart. And God has transformed me on those things. So knowing that now, I know it's possible for anybody. No matter what they did, no matter the circumstance, it is possible for anybody. God loves them just as much as he loves you and I. So I know that it's not the easiest thing to swallow, but forgive others so you can move forward, and also for them, even if they don't know that you're forgiving them, it does work in their favor too. And I know maybe you don't want to hear that, but it brings me peace now, and I believe that is only because of my relationship with the Lord. And stop waiting for your life to be perfect, okay? This is the time where you need to take one small step and move forward. So now you've identified inwardly what is going on. Now, this is where you need to start taking steps to actually better your life. And this looks like action, okay? This looks like taking care of yourself, working on the things that you know you should be working on. Go work on the business, go work on your channel, go work on your body, whatever it is. But this is when you need to start making action, one small step at a time. I'm not telling y'all to go in all or nothing it. I'm very against that. But one small step. You want to lose weight. Okay, start walking. Just go for a walk, because each of these small steps compound and these get you to where you want to be. Oh, you want to start a channel? Okay, post a video for one day. Post it one day for an entire week. You don't even need to do it every day. Post one video. And then the next week, post 2 videos. You're gonna get there because these steps add up. And this isn't just something, I came up with. No, this is literally the law of repetition. If you just keep at anything, it will happen, whether it's now or in a year. And I want to talk about my own personal story a little bit with that. About a year and a half ago, I realized that I was really unhappy, hating my job, like absolutely hating it. I did not see the purpose of life, y'all. Sorry, my cat's using the litter box. It's electric. I didn't see the purpose of life, okay? I didn't want to keep going forward. And eventually I got this nudge from the Lord that was like, go get your personal trainer certifications, okay? Because I knew a lot about weight loss because I had my own journey of weight loss, and I was trying to figure out, like, what is it that I bring to this equation of the world? Like, how can I help the world? How can I do something that actually feels meaningful? And so I started doing it, okay? And I started studying, I think for that back in like March of 2025. Yeah, March of 2025, which was literally a year ago, you guys. And I finally got my certification that September. So September of March 2025, I get my certification right before my dad dies, like 2 weeks before my dad dies, I think. And I mean, honestly, like, that is not a short period of time. That took me like, 6 months? And I got on with the company and I was training with them, and then I didn't get that job. And then finally, now I'm hired onto a company in March of 2026. It took a whole year for me to get there. That's not a short amount of time, if you ask me. Some people will be like, oh, it's just a year. No, to me, it's felt like, honestly, one of the longest years of my life. A year is really a long time. And did I think that I would be in so many other places outwardly? Okay, I thought so many other areas in my life would look completely different. And that's not what happened. That is not what happened. Inwardly, I have changed a lot by walking with the Lord. But outwardly, I'm not sure that many people can tell my life has changed. Maybe I can't, maybe others can. I don't know. But the point is I started, okay? Maybe it took me a year to get to where I'm at, but I started. And if I hadn't have started, I would still be where I was, hating that corporate job, hating my life, hating who I was with. I was so stuck in life that I had to make a change. And it took me a year to actually see anything in the physical. At some point, you got to wake up and realize nothing changes if nothing changes. If you don't change anything and you just sit around, then nothing is going to happen. And if you just keep sitting around and blaming other people, nothing is going to change. You could be laying in your bed all day, and then you could blame it on something that happened 10 years ago. At some point, you got to actually take accountability and be responsible over yourself and go, wow, nothing is going to change unless I do it myself. I can't keep blaming other people. You have to look and go, what do I actually want to do with my life? And then you got to just drop some people. You got to drop some things, some memories. You got to let it go. And I'm not saying that that can't be a part of your story. Clearly, the things that happened to me are part of my story. But you got to drop them in the sense of you can't let them have power over you anymore. You can't let these things drag you down. You need to get up and you need to move forward, and you need to go after the life that you want. You're not going to have it all figured out in a month, okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if anything, this is good news, okay? You're going to have so much more figured out in a year if you just inwardly can look at yourself and be honest with yourself and go, this is where I struggle. This is actually where I need to grow. And that's love. That's actually having love for yourself. Loving yourself is not you going and having a spa day. Okay, that's cool, that's whatever, that's relaxation. But that's not loving yourself. Truth is love. So if you love yourself, then you will literally look at everything it is that you do, everything that keeps you stuck, and go, okay, what do I need to do? I don't need to care about what everybody else is thinking on the outside. What do they think of my Instagram? What do they think of the... Okay, stop there and go, what do I think of me? Am I happy about the person that I am? Do I contribute things? Do I help other people? Or is it all just about how I look to other people? Because if that's it, then you need to focus on your priorities and get them straight. Because I know truly everybody's deeper than that, okay? You are a deeper person than just outwardly looking a certain way, okay? It's not about the clothes that you're wearing and the makeup that you're buying and the car that you drive. It's really not about that. That's not even what people respect. People respect authenticity. People want to know who you are. Once you actually take up that responsibility for yourself, then you can actually change. So stop blaming your spouse or your friends or your situation, and stop blaming yourself. I want to add that. Stop blaming yourself. If I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that in 1990, blah, 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 or like in 10 years ago, I shouldn't have done. You got to forgive you too. You have to forgive you. If it's condemnation and it's just shame, that's nothing but the devil. God doesn't want that for you. God forgives you. God wants you to move forward. He's going, come on, my kiddo. Come on. Like, there's a whole beautiful life out there for you, but you need to take the step and forgive yourself and forgive others and stop letting other people and the devil have power over your life. If there is anything in your life that is holding you hostage, that's not from God. You have the steps. You have the power. You have the Lord, the most powerful power there is. You have the Lord, so now get up and go make the first step. All you got to do is yield to the truth. Stop resisting it, okay? Forgive, forget, take some action, and stop playing the victim, because you no longer are one. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting this channel. Seriously, like, it has grown so much lately, and I'm like... Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so sweet. Thank you. So thank you for watching this channel. I love y'all. I'm seriously praying for every single person that is watching this video. So I love you. My name is Cinnamon, and I will see you in the next video.